Hello and welcome to my video. Today we'll be talking about one of the articles that I have discussed within my research paper on microtransactions, so please do go ahead and look into them and like and subscribe. Please do comment about what things I could adjust or improve on. So thank you. So hello. Sorry I wasn't able to post a video last week. Fortunately, things happened. I have a laptop, I have it now, so I will be discussing about certain things right here. So, um, first, like, comment, and subscribe. If I already did, I had put a new intro to the videos. I don't know how long it's gonna last. Depends on really depends on how I get things done. But we shall go as we do. So, first thing I would like to go ahead and discuss is an article in my research paper, which I'll link below. It is an article saying forcing players to walk the plank, why end user license agreements improperly control players' rights regarding microtransactions in video games. So, the unfortunate part is you guys won't be able to access this article because it requires a UH account. But right now, you can go ahead and just do such thing. If you're in the UH system, go ahead and definitely get that such thing done. But the one thing I want to say right now before we move forward into this discussion, I probably won't be having actual video of this said article. I know that sounds weird, but it's mainly because Zoom, the recording software that I use, unfortunately doesn't go ahead and do a good job at, or for some reason, it just doesn't go ahead and record my screen. Every time I record my screen, it crashes. I don't know what's going to be happening with that, but it's it's we have to deal with it for now. So the one thing I want to go ahead and discuss is something particular in this article. Uh, is referring to 1387 on that page number, the reasonable expectations of a League of Legends player. Now that was an interesting thing when I found out about this in this whole research paper. Is this particular article? Now, what does this go ahead and really go ahead and say? Well, if I can go ahead and get down to that page number. Da, 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 da. Go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and look for. Uh, okay, here we go. So hopefully, I do go ahead and show the article that I have for you guys. Da, da, da. Okay. So the if my memory serves correctly, it's about the expectations that players hold with with the company, mainly about purchasing, say, characters in a video game. So the article goes ahead and does discuss about a certain instance with the MMO League of Legends that they had removed a character from their game. Now, this goes ahead and kind of is a bit concerning, mainly because the uh the expectation with how you whenever you purchase an item or anything that you're always gonna have, right? Until it's like, either use it up and it just doesn't work anymore, or that it just phases out of existence. In this case, that's what happened. A instances of when one of the characters in League of Legends when him moved from the game, a lot of players are of course upset. Now, to put a bit more context, what League of Legends is, as I said, it's an MMORPG, or just an MMO. And frankly, that's practically what it is, of where you fight on a team to go ahead and destroy their enemies uh, crystal. So it's like four. If I remember correctly, it's 5v5 or 4v4. I can't remember. But gist of it is that you're supposed to go ahead and go all the way to the enemy base, destroy the crystal, and win. So one problem is that the game you have to really, really learn how it functions, how you want to play with it. That requires hours of a person's time, and this is where the problem when it comes to play with someone when someone is removed from said pool of heroes that you can choose, or people that you can choose, operators you can choose, whatever. They removed the said character and became very much uproar because removing that means that a lot of players who one purchase skins. I didn't mention that. Sorry, my mind's a bit all over the place. But you can purchase it for skins for these set characters that do require money. And so just having that, maybe you spend like 10, 20, whatever on it, and it was just removed from the game, it's gone, along with your hours of commitment to the said character. So, how do you go ahead and reconcile? Well, you can go and complain, which of course a lot of League of Legends people did go ahead and complain about it. Now, if I go ahead and look through this thing right now, sorry, it's I'm trying to remember the name of the actual MMO player that was there. That was removed. Da-da. Yeah, here we are. So Riot, the company that owns League of Legends, it says right here that they had removed Gangplank from the game. Don't know if you can go ahead and actually see this, but hopefully I am highlighting it here. Gangplank, okay, from quote from this paper, Riot removed Gangplank from play to confront to conform with an elective side project that had no impact whatsoever on the actual game mechanics. Because a champion like Gangplank could be considered a game piece, a champion's removal to consolidate or I'm sorry, can't really mess that up. But with an exponential story would be equally arbitrarily and unexpected by players. So what does that mean? So that kind of said, removing a character from the game just for that reason kind of really makes sense. It's like, well, why do you need to remove them from the game? We can move to an update for the said character with players saying that still be learned, but at least they'll be there, right? So later on in this said article, after that sentence, a person named Jamie Pacer went ahead and said this in the article, but this is just them summarizing it. Jamie Caster also argued that players in an MMO would have property rights in a collaborative environment with camaraderie. That's a camaraderie, but with commander, common. Sorry, I really am not the words right now, but with virtual objects. But the conclusion does not translate as well as an MOBA like League of Legends because there is no collective collaborative collaborative environment in the game. Players do not create an avatar, a champion, or any kind of item. The only control the player has in a MMO or an MOBA is the customization of his or her character within a single match. So what this goes ahead and really just argues is that with a game like that, you really don't have a right to the character, even though let's say you put hours. Unfortunately, that's the case. So, and it also goes ahead and talks about later, like just later sentence later about things that players actually can buy. So it says, although there's no collaboration, players can buy and even have the option to trade with other players champion skins, and a few other miscellaneous items through the use of microtransactions. Using a microtransaction to purchase an item could be considered a commoditization virtual tool, which can lead forward to being those kind of reasonable expectations right in property. So, what does this kind of go ahead and say? As a player, we don't own the rights to any of the characters, right? We don't. Even though we purchase money to purchase skins for them, items, or such. This can be any. So the one full rights is that company holds it all, holds the whole cards, holds the whole deck. They give you the cards, but they can take away it at the same time. And this goes ahead and kind of amplifies that there is things wrong with purchasing things in video games. That you really have real no real value. You have no real control over the character. And in a game like this, where you spend hours of your time trying to go ahead and find the right strat you and your team can do, you just won't be able to do much. You just won't. That's a very unfortunate thing. So this is one of the cases in this article that goes in. Let's go ahead and just really discuss, like, should you purchase any of the items or characters in the game even when you don't go ahead and have any control over them. It's a bit of a hard thing to go ahead. But there's another point in the article that also does go ahead and talk about another thing, which is called the relevance theory, which I will discuss on another day. But right now, that's all for now. I hope that all of you who have been watching my thing at all uh, have a good day, night, evening, weekend, whatever. But I shall see you all another time. Later.